Hey team, it's Team Prophet John here, taking over from Sarah for the step-by-step videos. These videos will show you how to put match betting into practice using a real-time example. The first step for us is finding the trigger bet. To recap what the trigger bet is, it is the first sports bet that we place with the bookmaker, which will usually be either £5 or £10. This is known as a trigger bet because it triggers the free bet, which is usually £20 to £30. But how do we decide which sports team to place our £5 trigger bet on? The first stage is to select a popular league or cup. Popular leagues are the Premier League, Championship and La Liga, whilst popular cups can be FA Cup, Champions League, Europa League and Euro 2016. If none of these leagues or cups are running, then there may be friendly matches involving big teams, or alternatively you can bet on popular non-football events such as Wimbledon, Six Nations, international cricket or horse racing. Just always bet on matches before they start to avoid the odds moving as it happens during the match. So, how do we find these popular leagues and cups on the bookmaker website? Taking Coral as an example, we head to the Coral website and we can see along the left-hand menu that there are various sports. So we can click on football, and this then shows us the upcoming matches and popular leagues and cups in the list. Euro 2016 is coming up, so let's click on Euro 2016 to bring up the list of matches. Here we can see all the matches, so how do we decide which team to bet on with all the choice? Heading back to the infographic, the next stage is to choose a team above minimum odds. The bookmakers want to avoid you betting on a dead certain outcome, so to receive the free bet, your trigger bet needs to be higher than the minimum odds that they require. We state the minimum odds in every guide, and it's usually between 1.5 or 2.0. In the case of Coral, it is 1.5. A top tip for those with limited funds available to deposit is to choose low odds, those that are relatively close to the minimum odds. The reason for this is the lower the odds, the less liability you will need in your Betfair Exchange account. Less liability simply means that you need less money available in your Betfair account. We have a separate video on this should you be interested to know why this is, but for now all you need to know is the minimum odds are 1.5, so look for teams with odds from 1.5 up to around 2.5. So going back to the Coral website, we see that England are 1.95 to beat Russia, while Switzerland are 1.8 to beat Albania, so these are both great options. But how do we decide whether to put our £5 trigger bet on England or on Switzerland? Heading back to the infographic, we now see the final stage of step 1 is to check the Betfair Exchange lay odds. You should expect to make a small loss of 25 to 60p on the £5 trigger bet, but don't worry about this loss. It is more than covered by the £20 free bet that you will be receiving. To minimise this 25 to 60p loss, choose the team with the smallest difference between the bookmaker odds and the Betfair Exchange odds. Again, we have a separate video on this should you be interested to know why this is, but for now let's head to Betfair Exchange to find the lay odds for our two potential teams, England and Switzerland. Heading to the Exchange section on Betfair, we then either use the search box or we can click on football on the left menu and then Euro 2016 in the main area. Here we can see that for England to win, the back odds are 1.99 and the lay odds are 2. Remember, we only ever use Betfair to place lay bets, so we are only interested in the pink box showing 2.0. We can also see that for Switzerland to win, the lay odds are 1.79. So overall, we have England at back odds of 1.95 on Coral and lay odds of 2.0 on Betfair, which is great as these are both very close together. However, we have Switzerland at back odds of 1.8 and lay odds of 1.79, which are even closer together. Therefore, as these are closer together, we choose to place our £5 trigger bet on Coral on Switzerland to win. Rather than placing our lay bet at exactly £5, the next step, step 2, shows how you can calculate your lay bet so your trigger bet is completely risk-free. Whereas our trigger bet is usually £5 or £10, we need to calculate the lay bet amount, which is what I'll show you in this next step. It only takes around 15 seconds to calculate, so it's dead easy. This is our friend, the match betting calculator. All you need to do is enter three numbers. Firstly, enter the amount of your bookmaker bet. So if it's a £5 trigger bet, simply enter 5. Secondly, enter the bookmaker trigger bet odds, known as the back odds. Continue with our example of betting on Switzerland at odds of 1.8 from step 1, we would enter 1.8. Thirdly, enter the Betfair Exchange lay bet odds, which we also checked from step 1, so we enter 1.79. We leave the lay commission at 5% as this is the default commission rate for Betfair on winning bets. The calculator then instantly displays the lay bet amount, the liability, and our overall position. Let's explain each in turn. Our lay bet amount is £5.17, and this is the stake we'll be entering when placing our Betfair Exchange lay bet in step 3. Our liability amount is £4.08. This is the amount we'll need to have in our Betfair account in case our lay bet loses. In this example, if Switzerland were to win, we would lose our £4.08 lay bet liability. However, not to worry, as we would win £4 from our Coral bet, which almost fully cancels out our £4.08 loss in Betfair. The overall position shows our net loss of 8 or 9p by placing our trigger bet. This is the beauty of the calculator, as by telling us to place our lay bet at exactly £5.17, we have an equal outcome of 8 or 9p regardless of the result of the Switzerland match. The reason we make this small trigger bet loss is due to the 5% commission charged by the Betfair Exchange. If you'd like to learn more about the trigger bet loss, we have an optional article available below the videos. That's the whistle stop calculator step complete. We're now ready to place our Coral £5 trigger bet and our Betfair £5.17 lay bet. So let's move on to step 3 and place our bets. So far in step 1 we've chosen the team to place our £5 trigger bet on, and in step 2 we've calculated the lay bet amount to make our trigger bet risk-free. Now it's time to place these bets. This is very simple to do, so let's get placing. To place your bookmaker bet, click on the bookmaker odds for your chosen team, which will then add it to the bet slip. Enter your £5 stake into the bet slip and place the bet. Some sites may ask you to confirm your bet. If so, just click the confirm bet button. To place your exchange lay bet, you must know that the left column is the home team to win, which in this example is Albania because they are listed first. The middle column is the draw, and the right is for the away team to win, which is the team we're backing, Switzerland, because they're listed second in the fixture. Remember, as we are always placing a lay bet on Betfair, we always click the pink box. So in our example, we click the right column pink box. Then we add the lay amount that we calculated using the calculator in step 2 into the backer's stake. In our Switzerland example, this was £5.17. You'll notice the liability is £4.08, which is the amount we need to have in our Betfair account as explained in step 2. Click place bet and then confirm bet. Both our bookmaker bet and lay bets are now placed. So let's move on to the final step, step 4, where I'll show you how to make a big profit from the free bet. We've made great progress in the first 3 steps, and you will receive your £20 to £30 free bet either immediately after you have placed your trigger bet or as soon as the match has finished. This varies from bookmaker to bookmaker, but we have it stated in each of our bookmaker guides. The free bets are our ticket to over £600 in profit, and in this 4th and final step, I'll be showing you how to turn free bets into bankable cash. It's a straightforward step, as you won't actually be learning anything new. We'll simply be repeating steps 1 to 3, but with one minor change at each step. So let's crack on and turn your free bets into cold, hard cash. Whereas before with step 1, you wanted to choose a team with low odds to keep the amount you needed in Betfair low, this time you want to choose high odds because high odds equals more profit. To demonstrate, this table shows your cash profit based on your odds you choose for your free bets. So if we choose a team with bookmaker odds of 2.0, we will make around £9 profit from the free bet. Whereas if we choose a team with bookmaker odds of 6.0, we will make around £15 profit. Just be wary that you'll need a larger Betfair balance to cover the liability if you do choose higher odds. To give a real-time example, Let's head to Coral's Euro 2016 matches. If we were looking to maximise our profit from our £20 free bet, we would choose a high odds team such as Northern Ireland to beat Poland at 6.0, or we could choose a draw in the France vs Romania match at 6.5. Choosing odds of 6.0 makes us £15 in profit, however we would need up to £90 in Betfair to cover the liability. If instead we were looking to keep our liability low, we could choose England with odds of just under 2.0. This makes us only £9 profit from our £20 free bet, however we only need £11 in Betfair to cover the liability. If you're interested to understand more about the profit from free bets, check out our optional article beneath this video. But all you need to know is higher odds equals more profit. As with the trigger bet, once we've chosen a team, we check on Betfair Exchange that the lay odds are close to the bookmaker odds. A good rule of thumb is to check the lay odds are within 10% of the bookmaker odds. So if the bookmaker odds are 6.0, we would check that the lay bet odds are no greater than 6.6. Here we can see that for Northern Ireland to beat Poland, the lay odds are 6.4, so we proceed to step 2, calculating the lay bet. The change to step 2 is very simple. In the bet type drop-down, select free bet SNR rather than normal. This will now calculate the lay bet amount based on using a free bet rather than your cash. You should always see a healthy profit once you enter in your numbers. So using our Northern Ireland example, with a £20 free bet, bookmaker odds of 6.0 and Betfair lay odds of 6.4, we will make a very tidy £14.95 profit, regardless of the outcome of the match. The change to step 3 is also simple. When you have a free bet, there will be an option to use it in the bet slip, typically using a drop down or a checkbox. So simply select your free bet in the bet slip and place your bet. Once the free bet is settled, meaning the match is complete, you have now made your profit risk-free. The profit will either be in your bookmaker account or Betfair Exchange, depending on which bet won. The profit is available to withdraw, as the bookmakers do not put any restrictions on your winnings. Congratulations, it's now time to start your first welcome offer. Head to the welcome offers section, open up the step-by-step guides and start making your £600 profit risk-free. Always remember, we enjoy helping people make money, so please do get in contact with us either via live help or email us at support@teamprofit.com and we'll do our very best to help.